What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
Yeah, we're shaking, guys. How you living out there? Shout out to the free thinkers, of course. Shout out to everybody that's been following us on Def to Radio, our Instagram. DEAF2 Radio is our Instagram. Make sure you guys follow us there.
And as always, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure it's set to all so you get all our videos as they drop. But before we get into it, guys, shout out to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video, man. For those of you that are not familiar with BetterHelp, BetterHelp is an online mental health platform that helps people with maybe counseling or therapy sessions, whatever you want to talk about. You can either do it online or you could do it via text message, which is really cool because it's really accessible that way. And, you know, it keeps private conversations private. I believe that I can benefit from it as well, man. I believe therapy can help me with some underlying causes as it pertains to financial failure, you know what I mean? Or fear of financial failure, you know? Because I've talked about that a lot on the channel, guys, about getting money and how to, you know, being successful and all those things. And it's very important to me, man. And I assume it's because of my past experiences with financial hardship. I grew up poor. You know, I didn't have a lot of money. So understanding those root causes, man, can probably give me some insight so I can move past it. You know what I mean? And really get past those underlying issues, you know?
it.
All right, George, so your turn.
Let's get to the video.
Your turn to share, sir.
See, I'm a closed book, man. That's what I could use therapy for. No, in all seriousness, man, I've always struggled with forgiveness. I tend to take it really hard when I'm mistreated in any way or slighted in any way because I tend to love hard and I show a lot of love and respect for people who are sort of within my circumference. So when I'm wronged in some way, it just sort of hits me that much more. Yeah. So I feel like I could see a therapist to sort of help me with being a bit more compassionate, maybe putting myself in someone else's shoes to understand at least their perspective and at least being open to the idea of, you know, maybe rebuilding relationships.
So if you guys struggle with similar issues or something different, maybe, you know, we would strongly recommend BetterHelp, man. You know, it makes starting super simple, man, and easy, and it's less intimidating. You know, at least that's how it is for me. So from there, guys, you'll do a brief questionnaire right on your phone or laptop. They'll match you with a licensed therapist trained to listen and offer helpful, unbiased guidance. You can message, call, video chat, you know, a therapist from the comforts of your home, and you can request a new therapist at any time. That's a big thing at no additional cost. So again, guys, we strongly recommend BetterHelp. Make sure you check out our link in the description. It is betterhelp.com/Lost in Vegas. You'll get 10% off your first month of therapy because investing in understanding yourself is worth it. What's up, guys? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's shaking, guys, man? Shout out to the free thinkers, man. You know, it's always a movie. There's certain staples on the channel. Tool's one of those staples.
Dude, man, it's this has been a big request, man. I don't know for how long, man. I think since we've been doing Tool. So it wasn't a landslide, but it was a convincing win. I think Tool got 991 total votes, and I think what came in second place was Audio Slave, Show Me How to Live at 798. So that's not a landslide, but that's you know, that's a lot though. That's convincing. Like, hey, you know what? This is the song. This is the song. Shout out to everybody on Instagram, man, that's been following us, man. We changed our Lost in Vegas Instagram over to Def to Radio, DEAF, the number 2 radio. Speaking of Def to Radio, guys, you've seen us been promoting our website. It's in beta, deftoradio.com.
Work in progress.
Def to Radios for up-and-coming artists of all genres, all walks of life. So check us out. Artists out there, up-and-coming, check us out. And as well as people that just want to listen to good music and support these artists, check it out.
And so let's just get right to it, guys. Tool, The Grudge.
Like a crown, negativity, calculate what we will not tolerate, desperate to control all and everything, unable to forgive the scarlet letterman. Clutching like a cornerstone, otherwise it all comes down. Justify denials and grip 'em to the lonesome man. Clutch it like a cornerstone, otherwise it all comes down. Terrified of being wrong, ultimatum prison cell. Saturn ascends, choose 1 or 10. Hang on or be humbled again. Humbled again.
Little pause here. Little pause, man. I know we're only 2 minutes into the song, so there's a lot of Tool to love still yet to come.
But Tool is tooling though.
Yeah,
They're tooling.
Yeah, tooling. Yeah.
The Tool is tooling, man. You know.
I didn't get that when you said
Yeah,
it.
they
I was like,
tooling.
I was like, wait a minute, what did you just say?
Yeah, Tool's doing what Tool does. You know.
I know it's early. I know it's early in the song. The reason why I wanted to stop it, guys, is because when I'm listening to Tool, especially a song for the first time, man, I feel like it's such a journey and so many things are happening. So I feel like it's almost hard for me to groove until like the song is damn near over. Because I remember when we did Fear Inoculum and Numa. Like Numa, again, guys, it just, I don't remember what video I said this on, but dude, Numa is so great to me. That's one of my songs, one of my best songs ever made. Like that I continuously go back to and listen to. That song is in the upper echelon of.
It's incredible though.
Dude, I love that song. One of my best songs ever. So I want to make that clear. And that's what's tricky about Tool. Because everyone that...
Especially for reactions,
Yes.
on the spot reactions.
Yes. So it's difficult to catch a groove. So I don't want... Because the reason why I'm saying this, guys, is because I have a feeling that it's going to be like I'm taking it in and I'm really not going to catch a groove because you don't know what's going to happen. And that's what's beautiful about Tool. And that's what I've learned to respect and love about them is I don't know what's coming where. Because of the odd time signature and because of the transitions that they make and so many different, so much movement in the music, you really don't know what direction they're going to take you on. So it's hard to kind of groove to it the first time listening to it. Does that make sense? For me anyway.
Yeah.
For me anyway. So I want to make that clear because I don't want it to come off that, man, does he like the song? I don't want,
Only the first time, though?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't think I ever really groove to Tool's music. But doesn't mean I don't love it, but sometimes some songs I'm like, I don't know if I groove to Schism. You know what I'm saying? I just rock Schism. You know, even though Schism is, I just enjoy it. You know, so I don't even know if it necessarily always needs for me at least to catch an actual groove. But yeah, on the songs that I do catch grooves with and groove into.
You had
Yes.
to hear it a couple times.
Yes.
You couldn't do that the first time.
Yes.
Because you don't know where it's gonna go.
Yes.
So because you hear a groove or a pattern in which you like, and then it hits you with a transition, you're like, oh, that was fire. But it's new to you. You don't know it's coming.
Absolutely.
But when you know it's coming, you can kind of catch the groove.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what's beautiful.
Makes perfect sense.
What's beautiful about Tool, but I just want to make that clear just in case you see me like trying to take it in. That's just what it is with Tool.
Sitting there biting their nails like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Are they gonna like it? I got something to say, but I'm gonna let the song ride out. You know, ain't nobody safe on this channel.
Saturn ascends, choose 1 or 10. Hang on or be humbled again. Humbled again. Clutching like a cornerstone, otherwise it all comes down. Justify denials and grip 'em to the lonesome man. Saturn ascends, comes round again. Saturn ascends, throw 1 the 10. Ignore
Okay. Okay.
It's about that time.
Okay.
It's about that time. I'm gonna be talking to the mic. It's about that
Okay.
time.
Okay. Tool's like a victim of their own like success.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like they put the bar so high that it's just tough to sometimes, you know. So I'm only comparing Tool. With what I'm about to say, it's really just only in comparison to some of the other songs. Ryan said, "Ooh yeah" at 2:47. He said, "Ooh yeah" at 2:47, and that was about basically when the dynamic guitars came in.
Yeah, when he went into the second verse, I believe it was when he said "clutch it like a cornerstone." He increased that aggression in his voice, and that's when it's like
and that's when you said, "Ooh yeah,"
Yeah.
right? And I didn't have that "ooh yeah" moment until about that part in this song.
Okay.
So the thing about this, before I kind of go into that though, because I'm jumping around here a little bit, is even though this song isn't like grabbing me in the same way some of the other songs that grab me that we've done, the template that Tool has is just so impressive. And when I say template, these sort of tribal drum patterns and the intricacy of these drum patterns is always, no matter how they're arranged, is always going to sound incredible to us. I just think in this particular song, they're arranged in a way that wasn't very exciting to me, or very, it didn't raise my eyebrow like until about 2:47, until it got more intense. Because I remember Lateralis, and what raised my eyebrow in the Lateralis, and it's not even about the intensity, what raised my eyebrow in Lateralis was the way the guitar sounded.
Yeah.
Boom, bang, down, 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 and then you heard the heartbeat in the background.
Yeah.
Boom, bang, right? But really, just the melody and the guitar was instant. Numa got instant. There's these instant elements in the music that were just grabbed me, and I just feel like this has kind of gone on and on and on. And even after the intensity and the it was short lived.
Yeah,
and it's just kind of going on and on and on, doing tooling, right, with this sort of tribal drum pattern. And it's just not much in it that's exciting me right now. But I do think it sounds good because it's Tool, and that template just sounds great to us. So it's not stacking up yet with some of the Lateralis. You know what the pot was. The pot was super dynamic with the bass and just the bass work in general with Tool, man. And shout out to the bass. We don't get a bass enough love.
That's so true, man.
Justin Chancellor, man. You know what I mean? My man, you know, he gets busy. He is such an important part of Tool's sound.
Yes, he is.
And whether people realize it or not, especially if you're a newer Tool fan, he's really one of the biggest reasons why that music grabs you.
Yeah.
That when that initial reaction, it's because of these sort of interesting tribal-like bass lines that grab you. You know, so the bass in this isn't grabbing me as much as it did in Lateralis. The pot, definitely not the pot. Even 46 and 2, and it's just, and Maynard's vocals just aren't catchy in this. They just kind of sound like this sort of. I know he does the whispery Maynard thing. It isn't very catchy, you know. So it may be by design, because I'm sure everything that Tool does seems to be very calculated.
Yeah.
And we'll get into why, you know, the meaning of the song "The Grudge" and the lyricism in this as well. But musically, it just seems to be going on and on without having dynamics in it that really are grabbing me at the moment, as much as some of the other songs. But we're gonna keep it going though. We got a long way to go.
Comes round again. Saturn ascends, the one, the ten, ignorant to the
Let's go. All right, let's get it rocking.
where the
got to talk about that. Just in case.
Yeah, these
Just
guys are-
in case they take a strange detour that's not to my liking. I don't think I've listened to any song by Tool and just automatically liked it out the gate. It's always a little bit of a delay. It's almost like I need to hear a little bit more, which is why I said what I said in the first pause. Like, if you don't see me bobbing my head, it's because I'm really trying to
Taking
take
it in.
Because I've been burned on that by Tool a lot. They've got me
Yeah.
a couple times like, man, I don't know if Schism is a perfect example. Even when we did that, I think that was during the Tool marathon.
The marathon.
that we did.
Check that out, by the way, guys.
Yeah, check that out. You'll see that I'm like, yeah, I just don't know, man. I just don't like it and this and that. And that was because it's my first time hearing it.
Yeah.
I fucking love that song now.
Yeah.
So
I get that, though.
So what that's taught me is Tool makes you reevaluate how you interpret music. It's the Matrix, right? You know, you're seeing what you've always heard.
Yeah.
You haven't seen it from this lens yet. And I feel like I've been burned so much by Tool by just making a rash, harsh assessment immediately that I'm like, nah, you ain't gonna get me this time.
You gonna give him a chance?
I'm gonna relax and I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna take the wise man approach.
Yeah.
And just kind of let it play out and see. And so now that we're here, this shit is fucking playlist.
They picked it up.
It's playlist right now.
They picked it up.
It's playlist right now.
It ain't there for me, but it may get there.
Because
They have
I'm
picked
like-
it up for sure.
Because again, it's just the way that they design it. It's just beautiful, man.
I love hearing that perspective, because our journeys, although we've been taking the same journey, our journeys are a little different. Because even in the buildup of the other Tool songs, I loved the buildup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, it took it to a different level at a certain point for on pretty much any reaction we've ever done with Tool. They always sort of ramp up. There's always this building period, but I enjoyed
the buildup.
the buildup.
I got you.
I enjoyed the down, 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 down. When I heard those notes in Lateralis, I was like, oh, that's beautiful. That
Gotcha.
sounded great to me.
Gotcha.
So the buildup was always fire to me. You know what I'm saying? Even in Schism, even in Pneuma.
That's true.
Fear Inoculum, I gotta go. That's the one we didn't go back to. I gotta go back to Fear Inoculum. I mean, that one may have been a little iffy. Took me a little while to get into that one, but for the most part, I appreciated the buildup. In this case, it just not as much.
Gotcha. Okay.
This to me was just sort of a step down in terms of what grabbed me in comparison to those other songs. That's why I said, man, they're a victim of their own success. If this had been the first song I heard from Tool, I think I would have appreciated
Gotcha.
this build up more. But I'm just comparing them to I'm comparing Tool to Tool. And Lateralis, 46 and 2, The Pot, all those songs were almost instant.
Yeah,
I was grabbed by something, and then it just took it to a different level. So I love the fact that we've taken different journeys with Tool. Yeah. But I agree though, man. There is a process. There's a point where you still have to sit with the music. Mm-hmm. You got to let it settle in a little bit. But I will say, man, this part right here, that transition, it's not like a Guns N' Roses type of just a straight up hard rock. Progressive hard rock type of transition.
Yeah, that's that.
You know what I'm saying? Like they can rock you out. I like the fact that Tool is showing right here that they can rock you out. It's not all of this sort of spiral.
Yeah.
They can just get you straight forward into rock, but still give you progressive intricacy in it as well. Because this sounds like a straight up traditional hard rock beat. You know what I'm saying? So cool, man. Let's keep it going. Just, expressing our thoughts, man. Yeah, this is gonna be one that's I'm gonna have to sit with, man. I can see that already. I'm gonna have to sit with it, you know. So that's why I said okay, you know, because I'm hearing moments where I'm like, hot, love this, bang, bang, these dynamics. Then it goes right back to the standard, the groove, so I'm like, oh, okay, and it's a bunch of sort of, it's almost this herky jerky type
I hear you.
feeling of is the payoff going to come? And it's great, even though what I'm listening to is great. I'm like, it's not quite paying off for me in these parts. Like there's a lot of build up here, and it'll stop, and I'm like, well, what I just heard, I thought was going to really bring me home, and it hasn't quite gotten there yet. And I feel like if I had to sum up what this song has felt like to me, it's just that. It's just build up, some dynamic changes here with the guitar work, but just not quite enough in that those dynamic changes and transitions that have like just grabbed me on a level that their other songs have, you know, and it just sort of like, you know, sort of goes back into what the standard groove is, which is just good. It's great. What they do is great. Their style, the level of complexity and skill that goes into what they do, and just their sound is just great. So it's automatically, just by default, gonna be great.
You know, George, that's a perfectly normal assessment, man. You know, I think that, you know, based on what, you know, that's logical. I hear what you hear. And if I'm being honest, yeah, there's other songs on this album that I like more, right? Schism, I like more. Lateralis, I liked more, you know. But outside of that, man, I think you touched on the part that I really love that you said is they're still doing it great. And that's what I'm trying to focus on. I'm really trying to keep this song separate from every other song that I've heard, because I really feel like I do that a lot. I really compare it to other songs and this and that, and I feel like sometimes it steals the shine and the success and the beauty in the song I'm listening to. Yeah. You know, and I know that's just human nature. We all do that shit. But when I look at Fear Inoculum, that was the first song on that album, right? And it led into Numa. And quite frankly, every time I revisit that, I have to listen to Fear Inoculum first.
Oh, okay.
To build up to Numa, because I love Numa that much. I can't just go right into Numa. It's got to be a build up. So I have to start with Fear. I know that sounds crazy, but
I like that though. That's good.
I do that all the time.
That's good.
You know, my girl will be like, "Why don't you just put on Numa?" I'm like, "No, no. We got to start with Fear Inoculum, because I do like Fear Inoculum.
You gotta.
But I love
low foreplay.
I love fucking Numa.
Fear Inoculum is foreplay.
You can't just go right in. You know, you gotta build the shit up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta build it up. So I feel like this song, bringing it back to The Grudge, this song is the first song.
It is the intro.
Album.
That's true.
So I feel like maybe this is just setting the tone.
That could be.
But I do like it. I do like it. I want to make that clear. I do like it, but I feel like it's setting the tone for something else. So I hear what you hear.
I think that's a great point.
I hear what you hear.
It seems to be the intro. I don't,
Right.
of the album. So yeah.
So maybe that, that's just because obviously Schism is on this album and Lateralis is on this album as well. So it could just be that one of those types of songs for me. So that's kind of how I feel about it. It's kind of like a Fear Inoculum, which is a great song. Grudge, I think it's a great song. This is playlist for me. But I feel like it's building, it's the start of something phenomenal.
And that would make sense, because this feels like a big build up to me, with not as much payoff as I've heard in other songs. So that, seriously, thank you for pointing out the fact that this was the intro. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that that's the intro. So that's a great assessment. So yeah, because it feels like that to me. I'm like, build up. Okay. Not quite.
Right.
When it gets a little, when it starts to intensify, it's like, no, not quite there. So the fact that this is an intro makes it, it paints the picture a little bit better for me. mistake about it though. Boys are no joke though. They're great musicians. Make no mistake about it. So Tool, man, I was kind of periodically glancing at the lyrics here, man, and the song's called The Grudge. And even in the chorus, man, it starts off by saying, wear the grudge like a crown of negativity. Calculate what we will or will not tolerate. Desperate to control everything. Unable to forgive your Scarlet Letterman. And, Tool's lyrics, I know there's always so many different ways to interpret it. I know they use, there's usually historical references and the spirituality that's tied to Tool. So I don't think that there's just this one finite definition of what their lyrics mean. But the way I'm taking the lyrics is going to be a little bit more straightforward. I'll be honest with you. Wear the grudge like a crown of negativity. It's almost like you're proud to carry a grudge. And you wear it like a crown. Throughout the song, you can see certain things that he's saying. Clutch it like a cornerstone, otherwise it all comes down. It's almost like you're trying to justify that it's okay to carry this grudge. And then he kind of ends that verse by saying, terrified of being wrong. And he also says that it's a prison cell. Mm-hmm. So you carrying this grudge, right, is you essentially putting yourself in this own sort of prison. And even from sort of a psychological standpoint, when you hold on to grudges, what that does to you psychologically, because typically holding on to grudges, you're constantly sort of remembering or you're reflecting on negative events from the past, which can sort of break you down, right? Which can cause, which essentially can cause their own toll on you psychologically. So just from a health standpoint, holding on to grudges is holding on to trauma is how I'm taking that. You're holding on to trauma and you're never able to move past that trauma, which is causing you to experience trauma. And then he has things like, give away this stone, this cold and faded anchor, right? That's the grudge is anchoring you. You're unable to be free. He says, let the oceans take and transmute, let the shit go. You know what I'm saying? Let the grudge go. And I can learn from this. I can learn from this because I can hold a motherfucking grudge, bro. I'm like Michael Jordan with holding grudges. So I completely understand. But that's just my off of first listen. I haven't dug it because he has a lot of stuff in here. Saturn comes back around. Yeah. So I'm not sure if there's astronomy, astrological sort of ties to, I'm not sure how that works. Or maybe it's sort of some sort of reference to horoscopes. I'm not sure how that that's tied into the song. Like I said, I'm sure there's more layers to this song, but off of first listen, that's kind of how I'm taking it. Get rid of the grudge, man. Hold you down, anchors you down, and can essentially be your downfall if you let it. So great writing.
That's the way I was taking it. I don't want to say that's the way it is because I don't know, but I feel like that's just kind of what it is, man. Holding grudges can just kill you. You know what I'm saying? And it could be your downfall in life in general, man. So I like what I'm hearing, man. You said something that you're going to have to sit with this. This is going to be something I'm going to have to revisit as well. I just feel like Tool just gets better with age, man. Just like fine wine,
That I agree with.
The more you listen to it, the more you start to really see how, just appreciate what's really happening at a different level. Because I feel like each time I listen to certain songs from Tool, I listen to I hone into a different instrument. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, that was incredible. So with that being said, man, I love the song, man. So far, I'm going to obviously give that another listen and just kind of, hone in on each instrument. And I think I'll have a new appreciation and a new affinity for it moving forward, man.
Yeah, man, I'm going to have to sit with it, bro. Not playlist right now. Tool fans, love y'all, bro. Y'all know, for all new Tool viewers, go back and watch our Lateralis video. Go back and watch the pot. All of our Tool reactions, man. Nothing but love for Tool. This was a well-executed song. This was a highly skilled song. But I want to make sure that I'm not confusing just something that I just appreciate with something that I actually like. So that's why I'm going to sit with it. This band has proven to me, and not every band can do this, that I definitely need to sit with the music and really take it in, like Ryan was saying. I 100% agree with that. So we'll see after a couple more listens how I feel. But right now, not playlist, not really.
But we were divided on Schism too.
Yeah, Ryan didn't really rock with Schism.
But I like it now.
But he likes it now. So, the same can happen with me. I'm not really, I don't dislike Grudge. I just think it's, it could be, I'd rather listen to other Tool songs. I'll just say that. I would rather listen to the other shit. So, I'm going to sit with this one and we'll see what happens, man. But Lateralis and all that, them things from the jump, from the gate, those songs grabbed me. Yeah. This one just didn't. So I don't want to force myself to like it just because I know that this is an impressive display of skill and musicianship. I'm not going to force myself, so we'll see if it naturally wins me over, man. Shout out to everybody that voted on that poll on Patreon, man. We appreciate you guys getting involved and engaged with the polls there, man. That was dope. And that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And also, guys, if you are interested, we have a Patreon channel, and the link for that will be in the description. I'm George. That's Ryan. Las Vegas.
We out.
We out.